Chapter 7. The Holy Angels. And these are the names of the holy angels who watch mankind. Uriel, one of the holy angels, who is over the world and over Tartarus. Raphael, one of the holy angels, who is over the spirits of men. Raguel, one of the holy angels, who takes vengeance in the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, to wit he that is set over the best part of mankind, and over chaos. Sarakel, one of the holy angels, who is set over the spirits who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels, who is over paradise and the serpents of cherubim. Ramiel, one of the holy angels, whom God set over those who rise. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above, nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of the heaven, bound together in it, like great mountains, and burning with fire. Then I said, For what sin are they bound, and what account have they been cast in hither? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, and was chief over them, and said, Enoch, why dost thou ask, and why art thou eager for the truth? These are of the number of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed thee. Commandment of the Lord, and are bound here to 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are consummated, and from thence I went to another place, which was still far more horrible than the former, and I saw a horrible thing, a great fire there which burnt and blazed, and the place was cleft as far as the abyss, being full of great descending columns of fire. Neither its extent or magnitude could I see, nor could I conjecture. Then I said, How fearful is the place, and how terrible to look upon! Then Uriel answered me, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, Enoch, why hast thou such fear and affright? And I answered, Because of this fearful place, and because of the spectacle of the pain. And he said unto me, This place is the poison of the angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever. And thence I went to another place, the mountain of hard rock, and there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide, and very smooth. How smooth are the hollow places, and deep and dark to look at! Then Raphael answered, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, These hollow places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirits of the souls of the dead should assemble therein, yea, that all souls of the children of men should assemble here, and these places have been made to receive them till the day of their judgment, until the appointed period, till the great judgment upon them. I saw a dead man making suit, and his voice went forth to heaven, and made suit. And I asked Raphael, the angel who was with me, and I said unto him, This spirit which maketh suit, whose is it, whose voice goeth forth and makes suit to heaven? And he answered me, saying, This is the spirit which went forth from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew, and he makes his suit against him till his seed is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his seed is annihilated from amongst the seed of men. Then I asked regarding it, and regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other? And he answered me, and said unto me, These 3 have been made that the spirits of the dead might be separated, and such a division is to make for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water, and such has been from sinners when they die, and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirits shall be set apart in the great pain, to the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirits. There he shall bind them forever. And such a division has been made for the spirits of those who make their suits, and make disclosures concerning their destruction, and when they were slain in the days of the sinners. Such has been made for the spirits of men, who were not righteous, but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions, but their spirits shall not be slain in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from thence. Thee I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, Blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who ruleth forever. From thence I went to another place, to the west lands of the earth, and I saw a burning fire which ran without resting, and paused not from its course day or night, but regularly. And I asked, saying, What is this which rests not? Then Rigel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered me and said unto me, This course of fire which thou hast seen is the fire in the west, which persecutes all the luminaries of heaven. And from thence I went to another place of the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire, which burnt day and night. And I went beyond it, and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing each from the other, and the stones are magnificent and beautiful, magnificent and whole, of glorious appearance and fair exterior, 3 towards the east, 1 founded in the other, and 3 towards the south, 1 upon the other, and deep rough ravines, no one of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne, and fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree, such as I had never seen yet smelt, neither was never amongst them, nor were others like it. It had a fragrance upbringing on all fragrance. Its leaves and blooms and wood wither not forever, and its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit resembles the dates of palm. Then I said, How beautiful is this tree and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its blooms very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the holy and honored angels, who was with me, and was their leader. And he said unto me, Enoch, why dost thou ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree, and why dost thou wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, This high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the holy great one, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit, when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. As for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all, and bring to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King. Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad, and into the holy place shall they enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, such as thy fathers lived, and in the days shall no sorrow, or plague, or torment, or calamity touch them. Then I blessed the God of glory, the eternal King, who hath prepared such things for the righteous, and hath created them and promised to give to them. And I went from thence to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place in which there were trees with branches abiding and blooming. And there I saw a holy mountain, and underneath the mountain to the east there's a stream, and it flowed towards the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain, higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine. In it also ran a stream underneath the mountain, and to the west thereof there was another mountain, lower than the former, and of all small of elevation, and a ravine deep and dry between them. Another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the 3 mountains, and all the ravines were deep and narrow, of hard rock, and trees were not planted upon them. And I marveled at the rocks, and I marveled at the ravine. Yea, I marveled very much. Then said I, For what object is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels with me, answered and said, This accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips against the Lord unseemly words, and of his glory speak hard things. Here they shall be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days there shall be upon them the spectacle of righteous judgment, and the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment over the former, they shall bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he has assigned them. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and set forth his glory, and lauded him gloriously. And thence I went towards the east, into the midst of the mountain range of the desert, and and I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants, and water gushed forth from above, rushing like a copious watercourse towards the north. West it caused clouds, and dew to ascend on every side, and thence I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range, and there I saw aromatic trees, exhaling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh, and trees and also were similar to the almond tree. And beyond these I went afar to the east, and I saw another place, a valley of water, and there was a tree, the color of a fragrant tree, such as the mastic. And on the sides of this valley I saw fragrant cinnamon, and beyond these I proceeded to the east. And I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees, and there flowed forth their nectar, which is named Satara and Galbanum. And beyond these mountains saw another mountain, to the east of the ends of the earth, where were also olive trees, and all the trees were full of stocked, being like almond trees, and when one burnt it, it smelled sweeter than any fragrant odor. And out of these fragrant odors, as I looked toward the north of the mountains, I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard, and fragrant trees, and cinnamon, and pepper. And thence I went over the summits of all these mountains, far towards the east of the earth, and passed above the Erythraean Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Xochiel. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and from afar off I saw numerous trees, and these great 2 trees there were very great, beautiful, and glorious, and magnificent, and the tree of knowledge, whose holy fruit they eat, and know great wisdom. That tree is in the height of the stranger fig, and its leaves are like the carob tree, and its fruit is like the cluster of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree penetrates afar. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive is its look. Then Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which thy father old, and thy aged mother, who were before thee, have eaten, and they learnt wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. And from thence I went to the ends of the earth, and saw there great beasts, and each differed from the other, and birds also differing in appearance, in beauty, and voice, the one differing from the other. And to the east of these beasts I saw the ends of the earth where the heaven rests, and the portals of heaven open, and I saw the stars of heaven come forth, and I counted the portals out of which they proceed, and wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by itself, according to the number, and their names, their courses, their positions, and their times, and their months, as Uriel, the holy angel, was with me, showed me. He showed all things to me, and wrote them down for me. Also their names be wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. And from thence I went towards the north to the ends of the earth, and there I saw a great and glorious device at the ends of the whole earth. And here I saw 3 portals of heaven, open in the heaven. Through each of them proceed north winds. When they blow there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain, and out of one portal they blow for good. But when they blow through the other 2 portals, it is with violence and affliction in the earth, and they blow with violence. And from thence I went towards the west of the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 portals to heaven, open such as I had seen in the east, the same number of portals, and the same number of outlets. From thence I went to the south, to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 open portals to heaven, and thence there came dew, rain, and wind. From thence I went to the east, to the ends of the heaven, and saw there the 3 eastern portals of heaven open, and small portals above them. Through each of these small portals pass the stars of heaven, and run their course to the west in the path which is shown to them. And as often as I saw, blessed always the Lord of glory, and I continue to bless the Lord of glory, who has wrought great and glorious wonders, showed the greatness of his work to the angels, and to the spirits and to men, that they might praise his work in all his creation, that they might see the work of his might, and praise the great work of his hands, and bless him forever. Back to the parables. The second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom, which Enoch, the son of Jared, the son of Mahalalel, the son of Kainan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam saw. And this the beginning of the words of wisdom, which I lifted up my voice to speak, and say to those which dwell on earth, Hear ye, men of old time, and see ye that come after, the words of the Holy One which I will speak before the Lord of spirits. It were better to declare to the men of old times, but even from those that come after, we will not withhold the beginning of wisdom. To the present day, such wisdom has never been given by the Lord of spirits, as I have received according to my insight, according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits, by whom the lot of eternal life has been given to me. Now 3 parables have been imparted to me, and I lifted up my voice and recounted them to those that dwell on the earth. The first parable. When the congregation of the righteous shall appear, and sinners shall be judged for their sins, and shall be driven from the face of the earth, and when the righteous one shall appear for the eyes of the righteous, whose select works hang upon the Lord of spirits, and light shall appear to the righteous, and the elect who dwell on the earth, where then will the dwelling of the sinners, and where the resting place of those who were denied the Lord of spirits, and it had been good for them if they had not been born, when the secrets of the righteous shall be revealed, and the sinners judged, and the godless driven from the presence of the righteous and elect, from the time that those possess the earth shall no longer be powerful and exalted, and they shall not be able to behold the face of the holy, for the Lord of spirits has caused his light to appear on the face of the holy, righteous, and elect. Then shall the kings and the mighty perish, and be given into the hands of the righteous and holy, and thenceforth none shall seek for themselves mercy from the Lord of spirits, for their life is at an end. And it shall come to pass in those days that elect and holy children will descend from the high heaven, and their seed will become one with the children of men. And in those days Enoch received books of zeal and wrath, and books of disquiet and expulsion. And mercy shall be accorded to them, saith the Lord of spirits. And in those days the whirlwind carried me off from the earth, and set me down on the at the end of the heavens, and there I saw another vision, the dwelling place of the holy, and the resting place of the righteous. Here mine eyes saw their dwellings, with its righteous angels and their resting place of the holy, and they petitioned and interceded and prayed for the children of men, and righteousness flowed below them and was water, and mercy like dew upon the earth. This that it is amongst them forever and ever. And in that place mine eyes saw the elect one of righteousness and of faith, and I saw his dwelling place under the wings of the Lord of spirits, and righteousness shall prevail in his days, and the righteous and elect shall be without number for him forever and ever. And all the righteous and elect for him shall be strong as fiery lights, and their mouths shall be full of blessing, and their lips extol the name of the Lord of spirits, and righteousness for him shall never fail. There I wish to dwell, and my spirit longed for that dwelling place, and there henceforth hath been my portion, for so has it been established concerning me for the Lord of spirits. In those days I praised and extolled the name of the Lord of spirits with blessings and praises, because he hath destined me for blessing and glory, according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits. In those days I praised and extolled the name of the Lord of Spirits with blessing and praises, because he had destined me for blessing and glory according to the good pleasure of the Lord of Spirits. For a long time my eyes regarded that place, and I blessed him and praised him, saying, Blessed is he, and may be blessed in the beginning and forevermore. Before him there is no ceasing. He knows for the world that was created what it is forever, and what will be from generation unto generation. Those who sleep not bless thee. They stand before thy glory and bless, praise and extol, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of Spirits. He filleth the earth with spirits. And here my eyes saw all those who sleep not. They stand before him and bless him and say, Blessed be thou, and blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. And my face was changed, for I could no longer behold. And after that I saw thousands of thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. I saw a multitude beyond number and reckoning who stood before the Lord of Spirits. And on the four sides of the Lord of Spirits I saw 4 presences, different from those that sleep not. And I learnt the names, for the angel that went with me made known to them the names, and showed me all the hidden things. And I heard the voices of those 4 presences, as they uttered praise for the Lord of glory. The first voice blessed the Lord of Spirits forever and ever. And the second voice I heard blessing the elect one, and the elect ones who hang upon the Lord of Spirits. And the third voice I heard pray, and intercede for those who dwell on the earth, and supplicate in the name of the Lord of Spirits. And I heard the fourth voice fending off the Satans, and forbidding them to come for the Lord of Spirits, to accuse them who dwell on the earth. After that I asked the angel of peace who went with me, who showed me everything that is hidden, Who are these 4 presences which I have seen, and whose words I have heard and written down? And he said to me, The first is Michael, the merciful and long-suffering. And the second, who is set over all the diseases and all the wounds of the children of men, is Raphael. And the third, who is set over all the powers, is Gabriel. And the fourth, who is set over the repentance unto hope of those who inherit eternal life, is named Phanuel. And these are the 4 angels of the Lord of Spirits, and the 4 voices I heard in those days. And after that I saw all the secrets of the heavens, and how the kingdom is divided, and how the actions of men are weighed in the balance. And there I saw the mansions of the elect, and the mansions of the holy, and mine eyes saw there all the sinners being driven from thence, which deny the name of the Lord of Spirits, and being dragged off, and they could not abide, because of the punishment which proceeds from the Lord of Spirits. And there mine eyes saw the secrets of the lightning, and of the thunder, and the secrets of the winds, and how they are divided to blow over the earth, and the secrets of the clouds, and dew, and these I saw from whence they proceed in that place, and from whence they saturate the dust of the earth. And there I saw closed chambers, out of which the winds are divided, the chamber of the hill and the winds, and the chamber of the mist under the cloud, and the cloud thereof hovers over the earth from the beginning of the world. And I saw the chambers of the sun and the moon, whence they proceed and whither they come again, and the glorious return, and how one is superior to the other, and their starry orbit, and how they do not leave their orbit, and they add nothing to their orbit, and they take nothing from it, and they keep faith with each other, in accordance with the oath by which they are bound together. And first the sun goes forth, and traverses his path according to the commandment of the Lord of Spirits, and mighty is his name forever and ever. And after I saw the hidden and the visible path of the moon, and she accomplishes the course of her path, and that place by day and by night, the one holding position opposite to the other, for the Lord of Spirits, and they give thanks and praise and rest not, for unto them is this thanksgiving rest. For the sun changes off for a blessing or a curse, and the course of the path of the moon is light to the righteous and darkness to the sinners in the name of the Lord, who made a separation between the light and the darkness, and divided the spirits of men, and strengthened the spirits of the righteous in the name of his righteousness. For no angel hinders, and no power is able to hinder, for he appoints a judge for them all, and he judges them all before him. Wisdom found no place where she might dwell. Then a dwelling place was assigned her in the heavens. Wisdom went forth to make her dwelling among the children of men, and found no dwelling in her place. Wisdom returned to her place, and took her seat among the angels. And unrighteousness went forth from her chambers. Whom she sought not, she found and dwelt with them, as rain in the desert and dew on a thirsty land. And I saw other lightnings, and the stars of heaven, and I saw how he called them all by their names, and hearkened unto him. And I saw there a weight in a righteous balance, according to the proposition light, the width of the space and the day of their appearing, and how the revolution produces lightning, and the revolution according to the number of the angels, and they keep faith with each other. And I asked the angel who went with me, who showed me what was hidden, what are these? And he said to me, the Lord of spirits hath showed thee their parabolic meaning. These are the names of the holy who dwell on the earth, and I believe in the name Lord of spirits, forever and ever. Also, another phenomenon I saw in regard to lightnings, how some of the stars arise and become lightnings and cannot part with their new form. Apologies. I need a minute. This guy, Enoch, it sounds like he knew far more. If he's real. Odds are, Enoch is a crazy old man who had a dream of angels and of God and its spirits. As we said, this is still 2,000 years ago. You know, from what I googled, the Book of Enoch sounded crazy and hearsay. It sounds kind of normal. It just sounds like someone, if you were to equate it to today's scenario, someone who died, woke up again, or revived, and they told their account of what happened. Except Enoch's accounts are very extensive and deep. I have zero clue how Dr. J. Winter compiled all of this, but because he did, we're able to read this. Now, what is this? Storytelling? Of course it is storytelling. This is how people in the past write history. It's a bunch of storytelling. But it still sounds important. Why in the world would the ramblings of an old man named Enoch ramble like this for so long? What happened 2,000 years ago? Does it matter? That's what we need to ask ourselves. Does it matter what happened 2,000 years ago? Should it matter to us today when, in our current lives, we have zero recollection of anything religious at all? The only thing religious that we can think of is history. So what purpose is it? Here's what I will say. These guys, I'm curious about what life they lived. Not so much about whether it's real or not. Because he could be a crazy old man. But I wish I could talk to him. But as you know, you can't. But it is still a miracle that his story is being told today. What makes it different from all the others? It could be a work of Cthulhu, you know? Imagine 2,000 years and now the Book of Cthulhu and Mythos became the Bible of today. Also, clearly this is not a Bible, it's just storytelling. But imagine if Cthulhu got accepted. Probably as Satan. No, as a god. Cthulhu is a god. He's not real, obviously. He plays on cosmic horror and Lovecraftian. Wait, no, he made Lovecraftian. But he preys on cosmic horror. Cthulhu's cool. It's like that, it's like a fun thing you read every now and then. I've never read a Cthulhu book. Ah, great. Am I reading that next? Ah, fuck. That's what I get for talking to myself too much. Can I go back to reading? Yeah, let's do that. Is this enjoyable so far? Probably not. Do you guys like cantaloupes? I do. It's my favorite food. You guys should buy me some. It's good for your skin and more. The second parable. And this, the second parable, concerning those who deny the name of the dwelling, the only ones in the Lord's spirits, and into the heaven they shall not ascend, and on the earth they shall not come. Such shall be the lot of the sinners who have denied the name of the Lord of spirits, who are thus preserved for their day of suffering and tribulations. On that day, mine elect ones shall sit on the throne of glory, and shall try their works, and their places of rest shall be innumerable, and their souls shall grow strong within them. When they see mine elect ones, and those who have called upon my glorious name, then will I cause mine elect one to dwell among them, and I will transform the heaven and make it an eternal blessing and light, and I will transform the earth and make it a blessing, and I will cause mine elect ones to dwell upon it. But the sinners and evildoers shall not set foot thereon, for I have provided and satisfied with peace my righteous ones, and have caused them to dwell for me. Before the sinners there is judgment impending with me, so that I shall destroy them with the face of the earth. And there I saw one who had a head of days, and his head was white like wool, and with him was another being, whose countenance had the appearance of a man, and his face was full of graciousness, like one of the holy angels. And I asked the angel who went with me, and showed me all the hidden things concerning that Son of Man, who he was, and whence he was, and why he was the head of days. And he answered and said unto me, This is the Son of Man, who hath righteousness, with whom dwelleth righteousness, and reveals all the treasures of that which is hidden, because the Lord of spirits hath chosen him. And whose lot hath permanence, for the Lord of spirits and uprightness forever. And this Son of Man, whom thou hast seen, shall rise up the kings and mighty from their seats, and shall loosen the reins of the strong, and break the teeth of the sinners, because they do not extol and praise him, nor humbly acknowledge whence the kingdom was bestowed upon them. And he shall put down the countenance of the strong, and shall fill them with shame. Darkness shall be their dwelling, and worms shall be their bed. They shall have no hope of rising from their beds, because they do not extol the name of the Lord of spirits. These are they who judge the stars of heaven, tread upon the earth, and dwell upon it. All their deeds manifest unrighteousness, and their power rests upon their riches. Their faith is in the gods, which they have made there with their hands, and they deny the name of the Lord of spirits. They persecute the houses of his congregations, and the faithful who hang upon the name of the Lord of spirits. And in those days shall have sent the prayer of the righteous, and the blood of the righteous from the earth for the Lord of spirits. In those days the holy ones who dwell upon the heavens shall unite with one voice. Unite with one voice. And supplicate and pray and praise, give thanks and bless the name of the Lord of spirits, on behalf of the blood of the righteous which has been shed, and that the prayer of the righteous may not be in vain with the Lord of spirits, and that judgment may be done unto them, and they may not have suffer forever. In those days I saw the head of days when he seated himself upon the throne of his glory, and the books of the living were separated before him, and all his host which is in heaven above and his counselors stood before him. And the hearts of the holy were filled with joy, because the number of the righteous had been offered, and the prayer of the righteous had been heard, and the blood of the righteous been requested for the Lord of spirits. And in the place that I saw the fountain of righteousness, which was inexhaustible, and around it were many fountains of wisdom, and all the thirsty drank of them, and were filled with wisdom with their dwellings. They were righteous and holy and elect, and at that hour that Son of Man was named the present Lord of spirits, and his name for the head of days. Yes, before the sun and the signs were created, for the stars of the heaven were made, his name is before the Lord of spirits. He shall be a staff to the righteous, whereon to stay to themselves, and not fail, and he shall be the light of the Gentiles, and the hope of those who are troubled of heart. All who dwell on earth shall fall down and worship for him, and will praise and bless and celebrate with song the Lord of spirits. And for this reason hath he been chosen and hidden for him, for he, the creation of the world, and forevermore. And the wisdom of the Lord of spirits hath revealed him to the body, and the righteous, for he hath preserved the line of the righteous, because they have hated and despised this world of unrighteousness, and have hated all its works, and the ways of the name of the Lord of spirits. For in his name they are saved, and according to his good pleasure hath there been a regard to their life. In these days downcast in countenance shall the kings of the earth have become, and the strong, who suppose to possess the land, because the works of their hands were in the day of their anguish and affliction. They shall not save themselves, and I will give them over into the hands of the mine elect. As straw in the fire, so shall they burn for the face of the holy. As lead in the water shall they sink for the face of the righteous, and no trace of them shall any more be found. And on the day of their affliction there shall be rest on the earth, and before them they shall fall, and not rise again. There shall be no one to take them with his hands, and raise them, for they have denied the Lord of spirits, and his anointed one. The name of the Lord of spirits be blessed, for wisdom is poured out like water, and glory faileth not before him forevermore. For he is mighty in all the secrets of righteousness, and unrighteousness shall disappear as shadow, and have no continuance, because the elect one standeth before the Lord of spirits, and his glory is forever and ever, and his might unto all generations. And in him dwelleth the spirit of wisdom, and the spirit which gives insight, and the spirit of understanding and of might, and the spirit of those who have fallen asleep in righteousness. And he shall judge the secret things, and none shall be able to utter a lying word for him, for he is the elect one, for the Lord of spirits, according to his good pleasure. In those days a change shall take place for the holy and elect, and the light of day shall abide upon them, and glory and honor shall return to the holy. On the day of affliction, on which evil shall be shall have been treasured up against the sinners, and the righteous shall be victorious in the name of the Lord of spirits, and he will cause the others to witness that they may repent, and forgo the works of their hands. They shall have no honor through the name of the Lord of spirits, yet through his name shall they be saved, and the Lord of spirits will have compassion on them, for his compassion is great. And he is righteous, also in his judgment in the presence of his glory. Unrighteousness also shall not maintain itself. At his judgment the unrepentant shall perish before him. And from henceforth I will have no mercy on them, saith the Lord of the spirits. In those days shall the earth also give back that which has been entrusted to it. Sheol also shall give back that which it has received, and hell shall give back that which it owes. For in those days the elect one shall arise, and he shall choose the righteous and holy from among them, for the day is drawn nigh that they should be saved. And the elect one shall in those days sit on my throne, and his mouth shall pour forth all the secrets of wisdom and counsel, for the Lord of spirits hath given to him, and hath glorified him. In those days shall the mountains sleep like rams, and the hills shall skip like lambs, satisfied with milk. And the face of the angels in heaven shall be lighted up with joy. And the earth shall rejoice, and the righteous shall dwell upon it, and the elect shall walk thereon. And after those days, in that place where I had seen all the visions of that which is hidden, for I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and they had borne me toward the west. There mine eyes saw all the secret things of heaven that shall be, a mountain of iron, and a mountain of copper, and a mountain of silver, and a mountain of gold, and a mountain of soft metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the angel who went with me, saying, What things are these which I have seen in secret? He said unto me, All these things which thou hast seen shall serve the dominion of his anointed, that he may be present, potent, and mighty on the earth. And that angel of peace answered, saying unto me, Wait a little, and there shall be revealed unto thee all the secret things which surround the Lord of spirits. And these mountains which thine eyes have seen, the mountain of iron, and the mountain of copper, and the mountain of silver, and the mountain of gold, and the mountain of soft metal, and the mountain of lead, all these shall be in the presence of the elect one, as wax for the fire, and like the water which streams down from above, and they shall become powerless for his feet. And it shall come to pass in those days that none shall be saved, either by gold or by silver, and none be able to escape. And there shall be no iron for war, nor shall one clothe oneself with a breastplate. Bronze shall be of no service, and tin shall not be esteemed, and lead shall not be desired. Taria. And all these things shall be destroyed from the surface of the earth. And I looked and turned to the path of the earth, and I saw there a deep valley of burning fire, and they brought the kings and the mighty, and began to cast them into this deep valley. And there mine eyes saw how they made their instruments iron chains of immeasurable weight. And I asked the angel of peace who went with me, saying, For whom these chains were being prepared? And he said to me, These are being prepared for the host of ShySouh, so they may take them and cast them in the abyss of complete condemnation. And they shall cover their jaws with rough stones the Lord of spirits commanded. And Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, and Manuel shall take hold of them on that great day, and cast them on that day into the burning furnace, that the Lord of spirits may take vengeance on them for their unrighteousness, and become subject to Satan, and leading astray those who dwell on the earth. Wow. And in those days shall punishment come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open all the chambers of waters which are above the heavens, and of the fountains which are beneath the earth, and all the waters shall be joined with the waters. That which is above the heavens is the masculine, and the water which is beneath the earth is feminine. And they shall destroy all who dwell on the earth, and those who dwell in the heavens of heaven. And when they have recognized their righteousness which they have wrought on the earth, then by these Then by these shall they perish. And after that the head of days repented, and said, In vain have I destroyed all who dwell on the earth. And he sware by his great name, Henceforth I will not do so to all who dwell on the earth. And I will set a sign in the heaven, and this shall be a pledge of good faith between me and them forever, so long as heaven is above the earth, and this is in accordance with my command. When I have desired to take hold of them by hand and the angels of the day, of tribulation and pain because of this, I will cause my chastisement and my wrath to abide upon them, saith God, the Lord of spirits. Ye mighty kings that dwell on the earth, ye shall have to behold mine elect one, how he sits on the throne of glory, judges of ShySouh and all his associates, and all his hosts in the name of the Lord of spirits. And I saw there the host of the angels of punishment going, and they held scourges and chains of the iron and bronze. And I asked the angel of peace, who went with me, saying, To whom are these who hold the scourges going? And he said unto me, To their elect and beloved ones, they may cast into the chasm of the abyss of the valley, and then that valley shall be filled with their elect and beloved, and the days of the life shall be at an end, and the days of the leading astray shall not thenceforth be reckoned. And in those days the angels shall return and hurl themselves to the east upon the Parthians and the Medes. They shall stir up the kings, so the spirit of unrest shall come upon them, and shall rouse them from their thrones, that they may break forth as lions from their lairs, and as hungry wolves among their flocks. And they shall go up and tread under foot of the land of those elect ones, but the city of the righteous shall be a hindrance to their horses. And they shall begin to fight among themselves, and their right hand shall be strong against themselves. And a man shall not know his brother, nor his son his father, or his mother, till there be no number of the corpses through their slaughter, and their punishment be not in vain in those days. Sheol shall open its jaws, and they shall be swallowed up therein. The destruction shall be at an end. Sheol shall devour the sinners in the presence of the elect. And it came to pass after this, that I saw another host of wagons, and men riding thereon, and coming on the winds from the east, and from the west to the south. And the noise of their wagons was heard. And when this turmoil took place, the holy ones from heaven remarked it, and the pillars thereof were removed from their place. And the sound thereof was heard from the one end of heaven to the other in one day. And they shall all fall down and worship the Lord of spirits. And this is the end of the second parable. Ouch. Parable. So these parables are like what? Prophecies. Or it's more than a prophecy. It's divine punishment. Parable. He has a story for everything. Or at least for every single individual. I don't want to read. Let's just go slower. Screw the buck. Well, I'm just going to get close to the screen. Because my desk is right here. See? Desk. The third parable. And I began to speak the third parable concerning the righteous and elect. Blessed are ye, ye righteous and elect, for glorious shall be your lot. And the righteous shall be in the light of the sun, and the elect in the light of eternal life. The days of the life shall be unending, the days of the holy without number. And they shall seek the light, and find righteousness with the Lord of spirits. There shall be peace to the righteous, in the name of the eternal Lord, And after this it shall be said to the holy in heaven, they should seek out the secrets of righteousness, the heritage of faith, for it has become bright as the sun upon earth, and darkness is past, and there shall be a light that never ends, and to a limit of days that shall not come, for the darkness shall first have been destroyed, and the light of uprightness established forever for the Lord's saints in those days. Mine eyes saw the secrets of the lightnings, and the lights, and the judgments they execute, and they lighten for a blessing or curse, as the Lord of spirits willeth. And there I saw the secrets of the thunder, and now when it resounds above in the heaven, the sound thereof is heard, and he caused me to see the judgments executed on the earth, whether they be for well-being and blessing, or for a curse according to the word of the Lord of spirits. And after that, all the secrets of the lights and lightnings were shown to me, and they lightened for blessing and for satisfying. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month of the life of Enoch, in that parable I saw how a mighty quaking made the heavens of earth quake, and the host of the Most High, and the angels in thousands, and 10,000 times 10,000 were disquieted with a great disquiet. And the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, and the angels and the righteous stood around him. And a great trembling seized me, and fear took hold of me, and my loins gave way, and dissolved over my reins, and I fell upon my face. And Michael sent another angel from among the holy ones, and he raised me up. And when he raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had not been able to endure the look of this host, and the commotion and the quaking of the heaven. And Michael said unto me, Why art thou disquieted with such a vision? Until this day lasts the day of his mercy, and he hath been merciful and long-suffering toward those who dwell on the earth. And when the day and the power and the punishment and the judgment come, the Lord of spirits hath prepared for those who worship not the righteous law, and for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, that day is prepared for the collected covenant, for sinners and inquisition. When the punishment of the Lord of spirits shall rest upon them, it shall rest in order that the punishment of the Lord of spirits may not come in vain, and it shall slay the children with their mothers, and the children with their fathers. Afterwards the judgment shall take place according to his mercy and his patience. And on that day there were two monsters parted, a female monster named Leviathan, to dwell in the abysses of the ocean over the fountain of the waters, but the male is named Behemoth, who occupied with his breast a waste wilderness named Duidan, on the east of the garden where the elect and righteous dwell, where my grandfather was taken up, the 7th from Adam, the first man, whom the Lord of spirits created. And I besought the other angel that he should show me the might of those monsters, how they were parted on one day and cast, the one into the abysses of the sea, and the other into the dry land of the wilderness. And he said unto me, Thou son of man, herein thou dost seek to know what is hidden. And the other angels who went with me and showed me what was hidden told me what at first and last in the heaven and the height, and beneath the earth and the depth, and at the ends of the heaven, and the foundation of the heaven, and the chambers of the winds, and how the winds are divided, and how they are weighed, and how the portals of the winds are reckoned, each according to the power of the wind, and the power of the lights of the moon, and according to the power that is fitting, and the divisions of the stars according to their names, and how all the divisions are divided. And the thunders according to the places where they fall, and all the divisions that are made among the lightnings, that it may lighten, and their hosts they may at once obey. For the thunder has places of rest, assigned to it while it is waiting for its peal, and the thunder and lightning are inseparable, and although not one and divided, they both go together through the spirit and separate not. For when the lightning lightens, the thunder utters its voice, and the spirit enforces a pause during the peal, and divides equally between them. For the treachery of their peals is like the sand, and each one of them as it peals is healed with a brittle, and turned back by the power of the spirit, and pushed forward according to the many quarters of the earth. And the spirit of the sea is masculine and strong, and according to the might of his strength he draws it back with the rain, and like a manner it is driven forward, and disperses amid all the mountains of the earth. And the spirit of the hoarfrost is his own angel, and the spirit of the hail is a good angel. The spirit of the snow has forsaken its chambers on account of his strength. There is a special spirit therein, that which extends from it like smoke, and its name is Frost. And the spirit of the mist is not united with them in their chambers, but has a special chamber, for its course is glorious both in light and in darkness, and in winter and in summer, and its chamber is an angel. The spirit of the dew has its dwelling at the ends of the heaven, and is connected with the chambers of the rain, and its course is in winter and summer, and its clouds and the clouds of the clouds of mist are connected, and the ones to give to the other. And when the spirit of the rain goes forth from its chamber, the angel comes and open the chamber and lead it out. And when it is diffused over the whole earth, and unites with the water on the earth, and whensoever unites with water on the earth, for the waters are for those who dwell on the earth, for they are nourishment for the earth. From the Most High who is in heaven, therefore there is a measure for the rain, and the angels take in charge. And these things I saw towards the garden of the righteous. And the angel of peace who was with me said to me, These two monsters, prepared comfortably to the greatness of God, shall feed. And I saw in those days how long cords were given to those angels, and they took themselves wings and flew, and they went towards the north. And I asked the angels, saying unto him, Why have those angels taken these cords and gone off? And he said unto me, They have gone to measure. And the angel who went with me and said unto me, These shall bring the measures of the righteous, and the robes of the righteous, that they may say to themselves in the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever. The elect shall begin to dwell with the elect, and those are the measures which shall be given to the faith, and which shall strengthen righteousness. And these measures shall reveal all the secrets of the depths of the earth, and those who have been destroyed by the desert, and those who have been devoured by the beast, and those who have been devoured by the fish of the sea, that they may return and stay themselves on the day of the elect one. For none shall be destroyed with the Lord of spirits, and none can be destroyed. And all who dwell above in the heaven received a command and power, and one voice and one light like unto fire. And that one with their first words they blessed and extolled and lauded with wisdom, and they were wise in utterance in the spirit of life. And the Lord of spirits placed the elect one on the throne of glory, and he shall judge all the works of the holy above in the heaven, and in the balance their deeds will be weighed. And thus the Lord commanded the kings and the mighty and the exalted, and those who dwell on the earth, and set up on your eyes, and lift up your horns, if you are able to recognize the elect one. The Lord of spirits seated him on the throne of his glory. A spirit of righteousness is poured about upon him, and the word of his mouth slays all the sinners, and all the righteous are destroyed from before his face. Wow. There is so much to read. How is there so much data on this guy? I wish it was me. Why can't I be this? It's because I'm not good enough. And there shall stand up in the day all the kings and the mighty, and the exalted, and those who hold the earth, and they shall see and recognize how he sits on the throne of his glory, and righteousness is judged for him, and no lying word is spoken for him. Then shall pain come upon them as on a woman, and travail when her child enters the mouth of the womb, and she has pain in bringing forth. And one portion of them shall look on the other, and they shall be terrified, and they shall be downcast of countenance, and pain shall seize them when they see that Son of Man sitting on the throne of his glory. And the kings of King the Mighty and all who possess the earth shall bless and glorify and extol him, who rules over all, who is hidden, For from the beginning of the Son of Man was hidden, and the Most High preserved him in the presence of his mighty, and revealed him to the elect. And the congregation of the elect and the holy shall be sown, and the elect shall stand for him on that day. And all the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who rule the earth shall fall down for him, and on their faces in worship, and set their hope upon that Son of Man, and petition him, and supplicate for mercy at his hands. Nevertheless, that Lord of spirits shall so press them, they shall hastily go from forth his presence, and their faces shall be filled with shame, and the darkness grows deeper in their faces. And he will deliver them to the angels for punishment, to execute vengeance on them, because they have oppressed his children, his elect. And they shall be a spectacle for the righteous and for his elect. They shall rejoice over them, because the wrath of the Lord of spirits rests upon them, and his sword is drunk with their blood. And the righteous and elect shall be saved in the day, and they shall never thenceforth see the face of the sinners and the righteous. And the Lord of spirits will abide over them, and with that Son of Man shall they eat, and lie down, and rise up forever and ever. I need to breathe. I'm not pausing because I'm thinking, by the way. I just need to breathe. There's a lot to read. Like, are you serious? Just one after the other, after the other. I want to read a manga. I want a manga dub. I want to do Tanya. But from what I remember, they said my Tanya voice was ugly. I could try it again. I could. I know I could do better. It's a very cool comic. The anime is trash. Maybe I just voice the special dubs. Yeah, I could do that. I'll post that tomorrow, maybe. It's easy. It's 5 chapters. Or 5 pages. And the righteous and elect shall have risen from the earth, and cease to be downcast countenance. And they shall have been clothed with garments of glory, and these shall be the garments of life from the Lord of spirits. And your garments shall not grow old, nor your glory pass away from the Lord of spirits. In those days shall the mighty and the kings who possess the earth implore to grant them a little respite from his angels of punishment, to whom they were delivered, that they might fall down and worship before the Lord of spirits, and confess their sins before him. And they shall bless and glorify the Lord of spirits, and say, Blessed is the Lord of spirits, and the Lord of kings, and the Lord of the mighty, and the Lord of the rich, and the Lord of glory, and the Lord of wisdom. And splendid in every secret thing is thy power from generation to generation, and thy glory forever and ever. Deep are all thy secrets and innumerable, and thy righteousness is beyond reckoning. We have now learned that we should glorify and bless the Lord of kings, and him who is king over all kings. And they shall say, Would that we at rest to glorify, give thanks, and confess our faith for his glory. And now we long for a little rest. We find it not, we follow hard upon, and obtain not, and light is vanished for us, and darkness is our dwelling, place forever and ever. For we have not believed for him, nor glorified the name of the Lord our spirits, but our hope was in the scepter of our kingdom, and our own glory. And the day of our suffering and tribulation, he saves us not, and we find no rest for confession, that our Lord is true in all his works, and his judgment and his justice, and his judgments have no respect of persons. And we pass away from him, for his face is on account of our works, and all our sins are reckoned upon our righteousness. Now they shall say unto themselves, our souls are full of unrighteous gain, but it does not prevent us from descending from the midst thereof from the burden of Sheol. And after that their faces shall be filled with darkness and shame before the Son of Man, and they shall be driven from his presence. And the sword shall abide before his face in their midst. Thus spoke the Lord of spirits. This is the ordinance of judgment with respect to the mighty and the kings and the exalted, and those who possess the earth for the Lord of spirits. And the other forms I saw hidden in their place. I heard the voice of the angels saying, these are the angels who descended into the earth, and revealed what was hidden to the children of men, and seduced the children of men to committing sin. Noah. That name sounds familiar. Alright, people. There you have it. Book of Enoch, reading part 2. Now, I'm sure you never asked for this, but it's what you got. If you're upset, take it up with HR. And I'm HR, so you're not upset. Understand? Can't get upset at something when I'm in charge. My skirt hiked up. Let me just say for the record, I did dress not like this, but like this in public, and I look pretty good. People really couldn't tell that it was. During Halloween, I dressed up as a character, and at work, no one recognized who I was. Bob. They thought I was a fill-in coworker, and I also did a special voice, so they really had no clue. Cool story, bro. Thank you. I could be lying, though. Because why in the world would I do something like that? Liars exist everywhere. Always. I'm not a liar, though. I did it for a dare. I didn't have a Halloween outfit, and then someone, not a coworker, a customer, asked me to hold on. I asked him if he was dressing up for Halloween. He said no. He said why not? And then he said he will. And then I dressed up because he told me to, and he will. And then nobody recognized me. I cooked. And for the record, as I should cook. If you were to do something, you need to make sure you do it with 100% effort. If you don't do it with 1,000% effort, then it does not count. You're just trying. If you don't look the part, if you don't act the part, then you're not doing the right thing. Hence, you will be judged for it. Not that it's right that you're going to be judged for it, but if you don't put in maximum effort into something and then you get judged, then RIP. And in my case, not a single person recognized me. I was just another worker from another store. A fill-in. Also, I switched my name tag around, so my name was different. I cooked. I'm done reading, by the way. I'm just rambling. Think of it like an extra. How long do you think it's going to take of me uploading daily? I don't know. I don't really know. But I want to do it every day. Now, obviously, I can't do manga like that every day. That was 2 minutes of manga, for the record, targeted by Hyena-chan. But that was not easy. Here. Let me see if I can hear her voice. Okay, first off, my hands are here. Alright? These are my hands. It's a VR controller, as you can clearly see. Why are the hands not moving? Whatever, these are my hands. And then what did she say? Hold on. I can just make it up. Oh my god. Yeah. I needed her face in front of me to do the voice. If I can't see her face, it's not gonna work. I know it sounds like bullshit, but it's a mature hyena. No, it is. Mature, big-breasted hyena. For the record, I just want to say, I think she's ugly. I would never date a girl like that. The only thing why I voiced it is because it looked like a character I could voice. She's ugly. Okay, just for the record, I'm not into that. I'm just not. I only voiced her because it was easy. Understand? And it felt like it can show what my voice can do. Okay? Don't think I'm into targeted by Hyena-chan. That girl's weird. You know, the cheetah prince or hyena prince, that's not cool. And her breathing a lot. I think it's cool. She's a cool character, but she is not my type. Let's get it clear. That girl is a 0 out of 10. Not my type. Alright. Let's get things clear. That's not my type. To be perfectly honest, what is my type? I don't have one. It's just what I feel is right. Almost everything is like nothing to me. So, I never plan on getting anyone. It's just a matter of whether I feel connection. That's it. How do I do her voice? I need to remember her words. What did she say? Is it good? Did you like the food I made? Is it good? No. Is it good? Purr. Is it good? Good. 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 We're done. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Crud. There. How long was this recording? Long enough. Good night.